Welcome back to the Red Kingdom recap. We are
Yeah.
recapping
Yeah.
the Chiefs and the Bucs game. Stefan here with
Mark, it's good to see you all this morning.
yes, good to see you, Mark. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry to interrupt you there. I'm just amped to talk about the Chiefs. I'm on vacation and with my girls and just couldn't wait to get on and catch up on that big preseason game.
Yeah. Obviously, in the preseason, we don't look at scores as much. I really like to dive into the competition in the first quarter, second quarter, and
hmm
then third and fourth quarter. You're really kind of seeing where your guys are at, what
These
their
are
process is.
these are fringe roster guys. So
Yeah,
practice squad,
exactly. They're building something so that they can put on tape for another team, most likely, at
another
that
team
point.
squad, even maybe.
But I did think there were some really good things to point out in this game. So, Mark, why don't you start us off with one of your big takeaways of this game so far?
Well, we had a Jalen Royals sighting, so I mean, pretty day two draft pick last year who didn't went into witness relocation.
Yes.
Figure out why he wasn't playing last year. He put his hands on the ball, got some yards after the catch. I thought
Broke some
Jalen.
tackles.
Yeah, I think he secured a spot on the roster. If there was, if there even was a concern about that, I think
Mhm.
at wide receiver five, I would think.
I think you're spot on. Yeah, but we had him on the roster last year, obviously, but we just never saw him. So I'm hoping that he earned some time on the field as well with some of his catches. He looked quick, and he seemed to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, even if he can't like get open in tight man coverage like they're saying, Cyrus Allen can. I think he brings something to the table. I think,
Yeah,
especially
Cyrus
at the
Allen.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, Cyrus Allen had a really good route across the field. It was short on a third down, but a great catch coming from Fields on a third down where Fields was feeling the pressure. So it was good to see him on the route, which was looking good, but also with the hands to get that. So I think there were some good things from Cyrus Allen as well. Any other receivers that kind of stood out to you?
Jake Brenning's tool, baby. I've been
You like him.
I do. I think he's wide receiver three. I don't think Jared Wiley put much good on tape. He had the penalty on special teams. He had the drop right in the middle of the field. You know,
Yes.
really after the injury, he came back from that last year, but didn't really get much action. And I don't know. I just think this was Jared Wiley's training camp and preseason to kind of, stake his claim, at least
Hmm.
be the next Noah Gray, and not the next Travis Kelsey. But no, I think Brenningstool has leapfrogged him, in my opinion, on the tight
Yeah.
end depth. Yeah.
Man, you know my rule: two drops in a preseason, and you're off the team. So
Right.
that one drop, man, it was on his hands. It looked like he was about to. He was more worried about blocking a guy than he was about catching the ball there.
Yeah.
So
As
that was a
far as
bummer.
I think Trey Watson's drop was way worse. He did the whole like tip it up in the air for the interception.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Trey Watson's got. We don't have space for him quite for
He's
this
a he's
team.
a I mean, he's a beast blocking tight end. Did you see that block on Emmett Johnson's touchdown run? That was Trey
That was
Watson's
him.
tight
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
No, you're totally right. What about quarterbacks? What did you see on the quarterback side?
Dude, I'm team Nussmeier for quarterback too. We just saw some of the things from Justin Fields that has caused him to not become a bona fide NFL starter. What was that 20-yard sack on third and goal? Like, what are we doing, man? Just get rid of the football. Um,
Hmm.
and his arm is okay, but it's not highly accurate. I don't know. I know Justin Fields is a first overall pick one year, and he's got athletic ability, but I thought the quarterback play from Nussmeier was not as good as the first week, but I thought it was adequate. It looks like he's comfortable running the offense.
Yeah. In our conversation earlier, we were talking about how either Justin Fields or Nussmeier, if Mahomes goes out with injury, then we're not going to be making a huge run in the playoffs. Like
No,
neither of these guys can get us there. And so one thing I was thinking is we have Fields on a 1 year deal. It's kind of a vet minimum deal, but still some money.
Well, I think that
Um,
aren't the Jets paying a considerable
oh,
amount
that's
of
yeah,
contract?
yeah. So we're not paying a ton, but I do wonder if getting him on the trade block to see what we could get. Maybe a late round draft pick next year, something that we can hold on to longer term. Because from what we're seeing, I don't think that there's a huge difference between Justin Fields and Nussmeier on the thing, and I think Nussmeier has a lot more potential. Obviously, he's not as athletic, and Justin Fields can do some crazy things with his legs, but he's not going to take us deep either way.
No, I don't think so. No. It'll be interesting to see. They're going to keep all three of them on the roster, most likely.
If we've got some space here where we need to bring on a fourth tight end or something, though, it might be worth looking at what you could get for him.
Fourth tight end, wide receiver 7, running back 4. I think there's some tough decisions on the offensive side of the ball for the 53-man roster cut downs.
Yeah, and for some reason we keep Olendoku on the practice squad. So if
They,
worst comes to worst, I mean, there we go. But
they say he's good on scout team, on like playing the opposing team's quarterback for
yeah,
prep.
no, I
That's
hear
fine,
you.
but he's got no playing in a real NFL football game. Uh,
Agreed.
Great,
Let's
seems
go
like
to
a
the
guy, great teammate, great practice squad, scout team. So he's an asset to the team, but
yeah.
just not
He
quarterback too.
seems tight with Mahomes as well, and so I'm sure there's a lot of things that they can communicate on that
Yeah,
front also.
you have to have
What
in the organization, you have to have players like that of that can contribute in that way. So it's not a
yeah,
knock, just not quarterback too.
yeah, agreed. What about this backfield that we got going on, running back room?
I thought Emmett Johnson. I don't know. I wasn't as impressed with this game as I was the first game. That could have been maybe the blocking wasn't as good for him, but he didn't seem to shed quite as many tackles as he did that first game. But I mean, I'm
Yeah,
still
they were playing
yeah, I'm still high on.
they were playing. Sorry, I'm cutting you off there.
No,
No, I like him a lot, and they were playing Demarcado quite a bit as well. Like we didn't see him the first game. We were like, I'm curious what's going on here. Is he not getting play time, or they just wanted to see what some of these other backs are doing? But it's pretty obvious based on him coming in the first quarter that
hmm
he's locked in. There's not
oh
really a question on that.
no, we're K9, Emmett Johnson, and Amari DeMarcado are locks. They're roster locks. I think the
Mm,
question is keep Rashard Smith um, as running back 4, and then you've got him for punt and kick return, special teams. Or yeah, I mean, you can't have a running back 4, quarterback 3, tight end, wide receiver 7, tight end 4. Like it just, you run
starts to
out of
get full.
sure.
Yeah.
But I think those are the 3/4 running backs we're looking at. No one else has really got, I think, a chance to get on the roster in the running back room.
Yeah, man. So it'd be cool to see Emmett Smith's son somewhere
Yeah,
on the team, but I
I know.
just don't see a space for it.
Maybe put him on the practice squad, right?
Keep him around. Yeah, I do
Bernard
think.
played most of the fourth quarter snaps at running back. So I mean, Emmitt Smith's son didn't even really get a sniff. I didn't feel like much in preseason game number 2. Did he?
No, I haven't seen him really.
Yeah.
So I do think Rashard Smith, though, on the bubble, you and I both really like him. You pointed him out early on last year as somebody that could be a really good third down back. Uh,
hmm
I would love to see him still with special teams and in the backfield, but it's just going to get tight here to see exactly where these fall.
hmm Well, what we thought was Brashard Smith could be that, kind of Jarek McKinnon role.
Hmm.
But that's Demarcado now. So I mean, he's kind of gotten bumped,
Yeah,
I think, role. Yeah.
and
So what
Demarcado's proven like he's a good back.
I mean, he's an NFL running back. He flashed for the Cardinals last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what other ups and downs did you see? Where we stock up?
All right, now this is a little bit. I mean, I love the story in this training camp preseason so far about how there's an undrafted offensive lineman that's
Mm.
playing with the ones,
Yeah,
and both of us are either confused or nervous because we're thinking maybe
yeah.
the front office doesn't feel like we have a true starter at that position and they're trying out this undrafted guy. Then we're thinking maybe they found a gem that
Hmm.
they've been hiding and we
Yeah.
can pull trigger on.
Yep.
First game and through training camp, it seems like he had been kind of working in that direction. This
Hmm.
game, though, stock kind of
Yeah.
went down a little bit.
He was exposed. Yeah, he was exposed. He got. I told you that he looked like that one pass rusher made it look like a turnstile. I mean, just went right at him. And yeah, I just think we were curious. Is this like just a gem? Is this the find of all UDFA's in recent
Hmm.
memory, or are they that concerned about Jalen Moore? Or, maybe they know that they're shallow with tackle depth, and maybe they just wanted to get a developmental guy some more snaps with the ones, and it was always going to be Jalen Moore, on
Hmm.
opening night. So who knows? I am concerned now about our tackle depth, obviously, because I mean, if Jalen Moore or Josh Simmons go down, like, we're depending on Khalil Benson and Esapole at this point.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing for me that's a little nerve wracking as well because I think when you look at Josh Simmons, you look at Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith. I mean, we've got solid guys, and I mean, we've got our starters. I feel good about, pretty good
Hmm.
about. Right tackle,
Yeah.
obviously, that's the conversation we're at right now.
Hmm.
But it's just nerve wracking when you think of the depth because we've seen it multiple times. One or two of our linemen go down and it exposes us quickly. And that can change the whole season, the run game, pass game, everything.
One of the major issues Super Bowl loss to the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
offensive line. Yeah, and then kicking Jimmy out to tackle. Yeah, just it doesn't go well typically when you have two of your five O line starters out. I mean, that's gonna be difficult for any team to overcome.
Yeah. So that's the only thing in my mind is depth. It's kind of like on the defense. I feel pretty good about where we're at when it comes to starters, but depth starts to run a little bit shallow. So,
I think at the
let
line, yes, I actually think
yeah.
we've I think we've built up some depth at in the secondary and on the D line.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the receiver room first, though. Before we get there, how
Stick
do you
with the
feel about where we're at with the receiver room?
I mean, still good. I know when we talked and you were surprised, I've done a 180 from, you know, freaking out about the wide receiver room to, you know what? We won the Super Bowl with Juju and Kadarius and MVS, and we just need good running game, good play out of the offensive line, tight end room to be solid. And I think we have a wide receiver core that is five, maybe six deep as far as just being serviceable NFL wide receivers. And would we love to have a Jamar Chase or a Puka Nakua? I mean, Justin Jefferson, of course, but you can only build a roster with so many high paid players, and I think this has been their strategy, honestly, from the get. And there was a lot of Chiefs Kingdom that wanted to draft a wide receiver with our 10th overall pick,
Oh,
right?
good.
Or to
Yeah.
draft
Hmm.
up and get, yeah, Jordan Tyson, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just not their game. It was actually a little surprising that they spent free agency money on Kenneth Walker III, which
Hmm.
is great. But I just don't. I think that they feel, and I would agree that they have a wide receiver room if everything else falls into place as planned that is serviceable. So yeah,
I I
I think
do like. Let's go through who you think the six guys that will be there. Because one guy that's standing out to me that I like is Armstrong, that big receiver. He is like very physical, tall, lengthy. He seems like somebody that I'm kind of shocked by that can make that squad.
yeah, Arkansas Razorback.
There you go, local guy. So what's your five or six receivers you think will make the squad?
You got Worthy, Rice, and Thornton. Those are your top three, right? They're going to be on the field the most if they're healthy. So you got those three. Right after that, you've got Royals and Allen. And then I'd like to see Armstrong sneak in at wide receiver six. That's kind of
I
where I'm
think
at.
it's yeah, and I think the Brashard Smith conversation kind of affects this because Remigio is also one guy I think with Armstrong, and Remigio's been on the team. He's familiar.
Hmm.
So I think that'll be a battle worth looking at. And they're two completely different players,
Hmm.
but if Brashard Smith sticks on as a fourth running back and special teams, then I think that leaves room for Armstrong to get in. So it'll be interesting to watch.
Well, also Armstrong could get pushed out if they decide to keep Brashard Smith and put Niho Remigio on at wide receiver six,
Yeah,
um, which
exactly.
I am not a fan of. I like Remigio. I know he's one of these players that the Chiefs tend to get loyal to, because of consistency. But he's not a breakaway type player. When is the last time you've seen him like break off a 40-yard kick or punt return? And he's not going to sniff the field in meaningful wide receiver snaps. I see a lot more upside with Armstrong as far as the receiving room goes, and that's what I'm
And a
hoping.
balance. He brings some balance to the receiving room to
Hmm.
where you're not only looking at Travis Kelsey or a tight end in the red zone. Like you've got
Yeah.
another target there.
No, he's big. He's a big guy. Yep.
Cool. I think that's everybody on the offense. Anybody else that we missed on that deal?
No, not on the offense. No, we can
I,
switch over.
I will say this: a fan favorite of ours. I think you've got a picture with him, maybe something signed by him. Just talking about offense, running back room. Did you see Carson Steele's touchdown with the Eagles?
No,
Oh man, he just juked and jumped over a fella. It was awesome.
nice.
I
No,
miss
the
the guy.
the McNellys are big Carson Steele fans. We got to meet him and his mom. When we were staying at the same hotel at training camp.
Nice.
Picture with him. Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah.
was very gracious, down to earth kind of guy.
So yeah, he's over at the Eagles. He had a killer touchdown though.
That's awesome.
Just had to mention that. All right,
Yeah.
next is defense. How you feel about our defense?
Um. I mean, eh. I think the linebacker room is, as we've talked, very shallow. And the cornerback and the safety, the secondary is just a lot of guys, and so we're going to see how it shakes out after those top two players at the safety and cornerback positions as far as depth goes. But I'd
Mm-hmm.
like to talk first about the defensive line. I'm actually excited about the defensive line. We didn't have Ashton Galati. We haven't seen Omar Norman Lott come back, and he's going to. I mean, I think he's going to be ready pretty close to the first week of the season. So we have, think about our depth on the line in recent history. We have FAU flashing, you
Yeah,
know, for first
my
round pick
favorite
4 years
play
ago.
of the game. Yeah, my
Yeah. Right.
favorite play of the game.
I mean,
He
so look
just
at,
had.
yeah, R. Mason Thomas is flashing. Like you went from the defensive line being an absolute liability to, you know what? We got a couple of guys. If they step up, I mean, if Peter Wood steps up and Kyrus Tonga is what we know he is, Omar
Yeah,
Norman Lott and Chris Jones, there's your interior. If you got George Karloftis as he's steady Eddie, and then you look at FAU and Ashton Gelati and R. Mason Thomas, and I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty good about the pass rush. At least, maybe I'm just comparing this to last year.
it's a low bar.
I think we got a low bar to get over. But no, I think we've got some depth on the offensive line, and we'll see what the ceiling looks like. I think our floor is better. Can the ceiling be a little bit higher with these guys?
Yeah, no, it's good. The linebacker room, I think when I think of depth on the defense, this is the space that really freaks me out.
Oh yeah,
I
for sure.
mean, Joey Bassa kind of he showed some speed and I felt like he had energy and he was in there, but I don't see the Christiansens, the McDonald, like some of these guys, I just don't see them as
Jack Cochran,
real linebackers that can play in an NFL game.
right? Well, they're going to have to, Stefan. Sorry, like you're going to have more than three linebackers play meaningful snaps, and so you're going to see Cochran Christensen and those guys. I mean, they're going to get McDonald. They're going to get some snaps. I, Bassa, we've really got to have him step into that Willie Gay, um, you know, Leo Chenal role for us this year.
Yep. Agreed. Now let's look at our secondary. What do you feel? You said we got a lot of guys in the secondary.
I know I'm not even going to be able to remember all of their names, quite frankly. But it looks like Chris Roland Wallace is like slotting in a slot. It looks like they're liking him for nickel slot position. And Mansoor Delane and Noel Williams are your, I think, cornerback one, cornerback two.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm very much hoping safety is Amari Connor. I, dude, you got to get over the Chamari Connor thing. Like he is a good safety. He's just not a good corner. Okay. Or,
Yes. No.
yeah.
Jaden Hicks, man, I really like him though. Like I think
Oh,
he is really jumping into that role that he needed to be. We both talked about how it seemed like Spagnola had something against him the last year, but I heard talk about even in camp that Jaden Hicks is becoming that guy. So that's huge.
that's
I like
huge.
Kennedy as well. Like I like to see him play. I think that he could have been a steal with where we got him in the draft as well. So I don't feel super nervous. I like. I mean, you have some depth at with L'Jarius Sneed that's got experience. So we have young guys mixed with some experienced guys. Fulton is still there.
Oh,
So
Xavier Wampka. You want to talk about him or Wonkpa?
sure,
Yeah,
bring it to me.
he's climbing up the depth chart, man. He's getting some snaps with the twos, or actually, I think he's even played a little bit with the ones. Yeah,
I had
Xavier.
to.
No,
Yeah,
Nwanka.
I had to look up who 29 was. Like I was like, who is this fella?
Yeah, rookie out of Iowa. Yep.
Nice.
Hmm.
Very good.
So he's
Um,
full snaps. You got Kohu, Alohi Gilman. Is Kyer Elam getting any snaps? I
he
don't remember.
did. He had a pretty. He had a penalty, a defensive hold penalty,
Oh, nice.
in the game. So, but yeah, I saw him got a few snaps there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
I
I mean,
watched
it seems like
I watched the condensed replay on the NFL Plus.
yeah.
Have you ever done
Oh yeah, yeah, it's
okay.
great.
37, 39 minutes? Just I watched it through twice. Yeah.
Knocked it out. So,
Uh-huh.
and then obviously special teams. Harrison Butker just knocks it. I texted you. I said, dude, it was at 69 yards.
60. Then he
That's
missed
a crazy.
2 and he misses an extra point.
I know the game winner he missed. It was like a dichotomy of good and
Yeah.
bad. But
And
I feel like
we still
oh,
have
what was it?
penalty special teams.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm really concerned about special teams. We don't have a breakaway or punt returner. I mean, hopefully that Butker will iron out some of that. But like, if Butker isn't, automatic, and we keep, dealing with these penalties on special teams, I'm concerned about special teams.
Well, the extra point that Butker missed was a penalty. He made it penalized, go back, and then he missed it.
I mean,
And
I get it.
then
Sure. Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
I'm with you though. Penalties is nuts. I think we had 9 total.
Yeah. It's still. I mean, he's an NFL kicker, and what did that move the field goal back to? 43 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a free throw. 43 yards free throw for a NFL kicker.
And you'd like to see with 2 minutes left a game winner
Yeah.
just to knock that through as well.
Yep.
So
Yep.
didn't really matter, but you just you like to see that get
Yep.
done.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think we're going to see in preseason game 3? You got anything that we could recap real quick?
Yeah, I think Mahomes will be there for the first drive. I
Oh,
think
you
he
did?
will probably
Think
yeah.
he's going to get on the field?
I think he's going to hand the ball off to K9, first down, second down, and then do a uh, short
Yeah.
screen pass
Right.
to
Little
Rice.
something.
Yep, and then get off the field. I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, I hope so.
So I,
Did
I would love to see it.
with Trent Green?
Yeah, the interview.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was. I mean, he was saying, "Look, I would have played tonight. I'll go in and play right
It
whenever.
was like fourth quarter. He's like, "I'll play right now if you want."
Play right now." Yeah, that was funny. And he was just like,
Yeah,
"Hey, it's whenever Coach Reed and you know medical staff says I can go. I'm ready to go."
absolutely. Now there are going to be 1,200 players cut in the next week and a half from the NFL. And so I think we're going to see a lot of tape for some of these guys in third and fourth quarter uh, that hopefully they can just get something on tape to get them somewhere else if they're not making the team. So,
Maybe
um,
there, in some of these like linebacker room, for example. I mean, maybe there are some players putting things on tape that we're gonna like that we could for that. You know, for places we have concern on depth or offensive line. Who knows?
we brought in Agba. Like, I'm hopeful that we can find somebody, bring somebody in that could be just some depth at linebacker.
Had that.
It'd be nice.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like, come on. But
Yeah.
yeah, we
All
are
right.
playing against the Seahawks Friday though, so that'll be
Super
fun to see
Seattle.
K9 against the Seahawks, and
Mm.
yeah, we'll see what comes of that. Any last minute predictions on that deal?
Uh, I mean, no, I think preseason has become. I think what have we lost 9 or 10 consecutive preseason games?
I think we're at 8, but a funny stat is I think we've won a Super Bowl more recently than we've won a preseason game. So that doesn't concern me in any way.
No, not at all. Not. I mean, I'm not concerned about the final score. I think we're going to see a lot of the same. I think they're gonna want to see Fields and Meyer both for significant number of snaps
Mhm.
with ones and the twos. Well, the twos, I guess, at this point, and to see what they have there. And other than that, I think we're just gonna try to find out what we have with some of these players who we don't know about yet. We still really don't know what we have with Khalil Benson. We're still really high on Cyrus Allen, but it's every game is going to tell us a little bit more about his potential. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
typical preseason, just look for, you're kind of looking for the training camp buzz and the expectations to see how they play out.
Yes. So, well, it's going to be fun to watch. I will say this: football season is ramping, and our page is ramping as well. It's been
Yeah,
cool. We're
yeah.
starting to see some traction. So make sure to like and subscribe and interact with us. That's a huge help to us, and we also love to hear your takes because I know Mark McNally is wrong about 50% of the time. So make sure to let him know when he's wrong. When he's talking about this great wide receiver room or this fella number 29 that we've never heard of that's apparently going to start on defense. Now, same for me. Let us know if the Chiefs should trade Justin Fields. Let us know. So make sure to like, subscribe, and we look forward to the next game.
Hey,
Go
can I
Chiefs.
just say, I'll just say real quick,
Yes.
if you're right in sports, if you're right 50% of the time, you're in the Hall of Fame in baseball.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You could be a sports bettor too if you're right 50% of the time. All it
You're
takes
the
is 51%.
you're the best 3-point shooter in NBA history. So,
It's true. So thanks,
all right.
Mark. We'll
Yep.
see you soon.
Thanks, Jeff. Go Chiefs.